Have you ever caught your horse doing something a little unusual when they think no one's watching? Maybe they've been spotted sneaking in a playful roll or even showing off some weird tricks. What if I told you that horses have a whole secret life they live when they think the coast is clear? Stick around because I'm about to show you the wild side of horses you've never seen before. 1. The secret roll. First up, one of the most common and absolutely hilarious things horses do when they think no one's looking. They roll around in the dirt like it's the best thing ever. And you might think, okay, so they're just getting dirty. But there's way more to it than that. Rolling is actually a sign of relaxation and comfort. When horses lie down to roll, it's like they're saying, "This is my time." It's not just about scratching an itch. Rolling helps them stretch their muscles, get rid of pests, and let their bodies feel free. This is their time to relax and stretch, and they love it. So, when you find your horse looking like a dusty mess, don't be mad. They're just living their best life. What's even more interesting is that rolling is a vital part of a horse's physical health. They're essentially giving themselves a mini massage while letting their bodies cool down after a long day of standing or working. It's their self-care routine. Rolling is also an important instinctive behavior in the wild, where horses use it to mark their territory and shake off insects. But when they're at home, in the safety of their stable, this secret roll shows us just how relaxed and comfortable they feel. 2. The sneaky snack hunt. Ever leave a snack somewhere and come back to find it mysteriously gone? It's not just your horse being cheeky. They're on the hunt for treats when they think no one is watching. Horses are natural foragers, and even when they're fed their regular meals, they'll look for anything to nibble on in the grass or under leaves. If you've ever dropped an apple or a carrot and came back to find it missing, your horse might have been on a secret snack mission. This behavior is totally normal and shows just how clever they can be when they think the coast is clear. What's interesting about this is that foraging is not just a survival instinct. It's also a way for horses to entertain themselves. In the wild, horses would spend a lot of their time grazing and looking for food, and they retain that behavior even when they don't need to forage for survival. It's their way of staying mentally stimulated, and they're not shy about searching for anything that might be left behind. This also speaks to their intelligence. Horses can remember where food was left and will even go back to check those spots, proving just how crafty they are when they think no one is around. 3. The show-off moment. But snack hunting isn't the only time horses show off their intelligence. Sometimes they love to demonstrate their fancy footwork when they think no one's around to judge them. You know those moments when your horse suddenly trots in perfect circles or even seems to dance in the pasture? That's their way of showing off, and they do it when they think no one is watching. When horses feel comfortable, they're often trying to practice their moves. They might feel like they've got an audience, even if that audience is just the birds in the trees. It's their chance to show off new tricks, practice their steps, and express themselves fully. Ever noticed your horse performing a little trot or a series of perfect movements when no one's there? They're working on their skills and enjoying the freedom to express themselves without judgment. This behavior is especially common in young horses or those that have recently learned new skills. It's like they're testing out their abilities, and in their mind, the open field is the perfect stage for a performance. Whether it's a simple trot, a fancy high step, or a playful canter, this moment of freedom shows how much horses love to showcase their skills when they think they've got no audience to impress. But they're actually perfecting their craft for the real show. 4. The sneaky imitator. Horses can be quite the imitators when they think no one is watching. They might start mimicking behaviors they've seen from you, other riders, or even other horses. You'd be surprised how often horses try to copy what they see, especially when they're alone and think no one is around to see it. Maybe you've seen them try to sit down like humans, or even nudge another horse like they've seen you do during training. It's fascinating. Horses are highly intelligent animals, and they're not just limited to mirroring physical actions. They also mimic emotional states. So if you've ever caught your horse trying to be human, know that it's their way of connecting with you and learning new behaviors. What's even more interesting is that this mimicking behavior helps horses in their social learning process. Just like how a foal learns from its mother, a Adult horses will observe the behavior of others around them and imitate those actions. Whether they're trying to copy the way you pick up a bucket or learning how to move around in a circle like another horse, it's a sign of their intelligence and ability to adapt to their environment. So, next time your horse copies you, give them some credit. They're smarter than you think. 5. Playful antics and horseplay. Horses are social animals, and they love a good game when they think they're in private. If you've ever seen two horses play fighting or galloping around with no one to tell them to stop, that's pure horseplay. Horses in the wild often engage in play for bonding or strengthening social ties, and domestic horses aren't any different. They'll nudge, chase, or fake fight when they think they're alone. This is their way of staying active, having fun, and getting some exercise. So don't be alarmed if your horse suddenly starts prancing around, looking like they're in a race with an invisible friend. What's fascinating about this behavior is that it's not just for fun. Horseplay helps build social bonds between horses. It's how they establish boundaries, practice their moves, and keep each other in check. Horses learn a lot about their own strength and agility through play, and even though it seems like they're just goofing around, it's an important part of their social development. Plus, it's just plain adorable to watch when they get lost in the moment. 6. Quiet reflection time. Sometimes horses need a little solitude to reflect and recharge. You've probably seen your horse stand still, eyes half closed, almost like they're lost in thought. They might stand alone, head down, just absorbing their surroundings. This is actually a moment of peace for them, where they take time to process everything around them. Horses need time to recharge mentally, just like humans do. So, if you catch your horse standing still and looking a little distant, don't assume they're bored. They might just be meditating in their own way. This behavior is especially common in older or more experienced horses who have learned to slow down and enjoy the quiet. Horses, just like people, can experience mental fatigue, and these quiet moments are their way of coping. By standing still and processing everything around them, they're giving themselves a break from the physical and mental stimulation of the world. Think of it as their version of a power nap, without actually lying down. 7. Running wild in the open, without you. You know those times when your horse seems like it wants to run, but you've got them on a leash or in the paddock? Well, when they think they're alone, they'll run free in the open, like the wind is their only limit. Without the structure of a rider or training, horses sometimes get the urge to run wildly, galloping with no care in the world. It's like they're in full freedom mode. They're using this time to let loose, stretch their legs, and enjoy the feeling of total freedom. These bursts of speed can also serve as natural energy outlets for them. What's amazing about this is that these wild runs are not just about letting off steam. In the wild, horses would need to run to escape predators or navigate open terrain, and that instinct is still present. So when they get the chance to run freely, it's like they're reconnecting with their wild ancestors. And honestly, watching them gallop with that much freedom and joy is one of the most exhilarating things you can see. 8. The Horsey hug. Horses have emotional intelligence, and when they think no one is around, they might try to comfort each other, or even you. Have you ever caught your horse nudging another one, leaning in for a hug, or nuzzling them gently? This behavior isn't just about companionship. It's actually a form of empathy. Horses are deeply emotional creatures, and they have a keen sense of when someone, or another horse, is feeling down. They might nudge each other or you, showing affection and trying to comfort. If you ever feel like your horse is reading your emotions, it's because they're incredibly in tune with their surroundings and those around them. What's even more touching is that horses will display this affection not only to other horses, but also to humans. It's their way of offering emotional support. So the next time your horse gives you a gentle nudge, know that they're offering comfort in their own horsey way. 9. The unexpected trickster. Has your horse ever surprised you by doing something completely unexpected when they thought no one was watching? Whether it's picking up a bucket or even trying to play with a ball, they can be sneaky little tricksters when they're alone. Horses can learn new tricks or behaviors when they feel comfortable, and sometimes they do it for their own amusement. Some horses will take it upon themselves to interact with their environment in unexpected ways, like moving objects, knocking things over, or using their nose to manipulate things they've never been taught to touch. It's like they have their own little experiments going on, and they love figuring things out on their own. This behavior is a testament to how intelligent horses are. They're not just passive animals. They actively engage with their environment, testing out new behaviors and exploring their surroundings in ways we often overlook. It's always fun to catch them in the act of trying something new, whether they're playing with objects or trying to learn new tricks. 10. The moment they talk back. Here's a truly surprising behavior. When horses think they're alone, they might start making noises that seem a little more vocal than usual. Horses have a range of sounds they use to communicate with each other, and when they think the humans or other horses are out of earshot, they may let out a whinny, snort, or even stomp around in frustration or excitement. If you've ever heard your horse talking to themselves in the barn or field, it's because they're processing their emotions or signaling to other horses that aren't around. It's their way of connecting with their environment. What's interesting here is that horses don't just make these noises randomly. They're purposeful. Each sound is meant to communicate something. Whether it's a call for attention, a warning, or just expressing excitement, horses use their vocalizations to interact with their world in ways that we often overlook. So when they talk to themselves, they're not just making noise, they're communicating on a deeper level. So, what can we learn from these secret moments? Horses are incredibly intelligent, emotionally complex, and full of surprises. When they think no one is watching, they show us their true selves, whether it's through play, relaxation, or moments of quiet reflection. Understanding these behaviors not only helps us bond with them, but also gives us deeper insight into their needs, their emotions, and their personalities. If you've enjoyed getting a peek into your horse's secret life, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more fun horse content. And don't forget to check out our other videos where we explore more about understanding and bonding with your equine friends.